Breaking through. Mental barriers. Identifying the invisible walls. Before you can break through the limits holding you back, you first have to see them. And that's not always easy, because the biggest barriers we face aren't physical. They're invisible. They exist entirely inside your mind. Think about this. How often do you tell yourself, "I can't do that. I'm not good enough," or "That's impossible for me," without ever actually testing those beliefs? These thoughts don't sound like barriers at first. They sound like facts. But they're not facts. They're invisible walls you've built, often without even realizing it. Invisible walls can come from many places. Past failures that made you doubt yourself. Messages you absorbed from family, teachers, or society. Fear of judgment, embarrassment, or rejection. Stories you repeat to yourself about what you can and can't handle. These walls aren't built from reality. They're built from assumptions, most of which were never true to begin with. Here's the problem. What you believe shapes what you attempt, and what you attempt shapes what you achieve. If you believe a wall exists, you'll never even try to move past it. You'll stay stuck, not because you're incapable, but because you assumed the barrier was real. The first step to unleashing your inner power is to recognize that most of your limitations are self-imposed. They live inside your thoughts, not in the real world. When you can learn to see those invisible walls for what they are, illusions, not facts, you reclaim the power to break through them. How fear and doubt hijack your mind. Fear and doubt are two of the most powerful forces working against you. Left unchecked, they can quietly take over your thoughts, your choices, and your future. Here's how they operate. Fear whispers, "What if you fail?" Doubt echoes, "You're probably not good enough anyway." Together, they convince you it's safer not to try at all. But here's the truth. Fear and doubt are not warnings about your future. They are reflections of your past. Old wiring designed to protect you from pain, not to guide you toward growth. Biologically, your brain is wired for survival, not success. Its primary job is to keep you safe, which means avoiding risk, discomfort, and uncertainty. Every time you consider a bold move, applying for a dream job, starting a business, stepping on stage, changing your habits, your brain triggers a fear response. Your heart races. Your stomach tightens. Your mind floods with worst-case scenarios. This is completely natural, but it's not a reason to stop. It's simply your brain doing what it was designed to do. Keep you within the boundaries of the familiar. Fear and doubt hijack your mind by magnifying danger and minimizing opportunity. They make every risk feel bigger than it is. They make every dream feel farther away. But here's the game changer. You don't have to listen. You can feel fear without obeying it. You can acknowledge doubt without surrendering to it. You can recognize these emotions for what they are. Signals, not stop signs. Every successful person you admire, every artist, athlete, leader, or entrepreneur has felt fear and doubt just like you. They simply chose to move forward anyway. If you want to access your true power, you must stop letting fear and doubt make your decisions. You must remember, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the willingness to act despite it. The question isn't, how do I eliminate fear and doubt? The question is, how can I move forward with fear and doubt in my backpack? Once you master that, there's nothing you can't do. The truth about comfort zones. Most people treat their comfort zone like a home. Cozy, familiar, and safe. But if you're serious about rising into your potential, you need to see it for what it really is: a cage. Comfort zones are the places where nothing grows. They're the habits, routines, and environments that make you feel good in the short term, but slowly strangle your growth over time. Here's what you need to know. Your comfort zone isn't a fixed location. It's a moving boundary. Every time you step outside of it, even a little, your comfort zone expands. Every time you retreat back into safety, it shrinks. Think of it like a muscle. If you push it, it grows. If you avoid using it, it weakens. And the more you live inside your comfort zone, the more trapped you become. You start believing, this is all I'm capable of. This is all I deserve. Dreams are for other people. You lose sight of the life that could be yours if you were willing to feel a little discomfort in exchange for a lot of growth. The truth is, everything you want, the goals, the confidence, the fulfillment, is outside your comfort zone. There's no secret, no shortcut, no magic formula. There's just this question: are you willing to be uncomfortable long enough to grow into the person you were meant to be? Growth isn't easy. It's messy, awkward, and sometimes painful. But it's also exhilarating, empowering, and transformative. Every dream you have right now lives on the other side of discomfort. The sooner you embrace that truth, the faster you'll rise. Bringing it together. Breaking through mental barriers isn't about being fearless or reckless. It's about becoming radically honest with yourself about the invisible walls you've built, the fear and doubt that have hijacked your decisions, and the small, comfortable cages you've stayed in for too long. It's about seeing clearly that the biggest limits you face are not external. They're internal. And that means, incredibly, you have the power to change them. You have the power to dismantle invisible walls, to defy fear, to stretch past doubt, to tear open your comfort zone and step boldly into the unknown. You don't need to wait until you feel ready. You don't need to wait until the fear goes away. You don't need permission from anyone. You just need to start moving. Even if your hands shake and your heart pounds and your voice trembles. Because here's the truth. You were not born to live behind invisible walls. You were not built to be hijacked by fear and doubt. You were not created to stay small, stuck, or safe. You were made to rise. You were made to shine. And the breakthrough you're looking for? It's already inside you, waiting for you to claim it.